Hello and welcome to Greatness Radio. I am your host, Monica Carter Tagore, bringing you information, inspiration, and occasionally even interviews to help you show up at your best. When you've made the decision to go for your own greatness, this is the place to be. Let's get to it. So how do you create a life on fire? How do you set your greatness on fire? Where does all that come from? After all, some people live energetic lives, creative lives, lives that really are on fire, while most people live lives that are mundane, that are ordinary, that are quite boring. So what's the difference? What's the difference between living that ordinary life and living that great life? As someone who has worked hard to design her life around her gifts and her calling, and indeed just design a lifestyle that truly speaks to who I am, I definitely want to help as many people as possible to design lives that are on fire, design lives that are full of purpose, to design lives that are bigger and better and bolder than the ordinary. So how do you do that? First off, know that wherever you are in life, it's possible. It's possible for you to transform your life no matter where you have been and no matter where you are right now, as long as you have the desire and the commitment and the self-discipline. Because this is the thing about our lives. Our lives are gifts. They are blessings. And they deserve to be lived to the highest. But we're not forced to live our lives in a full way, in a bold way. We're not forced to go for more in life. In fact, most people go for the minimum. They do just enough to get by, just enough to stay just above water. And sometimes they fall below that water from time to time. So we want to do more than that. We want to do more than survive. We want to thrive. We want to live lives that are on fire, that are full of energy, full of excitement, full of fulfillment. The way that I chose to design my life was to truly look at what I wanted, what I desired out of life, and evaluate that next to what was I doing to get there. And if I saw that things were not matching, that they were not adding up, then I had to go back and to determine a path, to figure out a plan, a strategy to make sure that I was doing those things to ultimately get me to the results I wanted, get me to the goals I wanted. And so today, the life that I live is one where I get a chance to work and create and build a business with my husband, who is my best friend. We get to create every day doing work that we love, doing work we enjoy, working with clients we like, working with clients on projects that are about doing something good and positive in the world. Not only that, but the way in which we work is also important. We work on projects that are important to us, and we work on projects that are about doing something, as I said, good in the world. They're about positivity. They are about making sure that we are helping rather than harming. Because we all have the choice when using our gifts. We can use our gifts in negative, detrimental ways, or we can use our gifts in positive ways that are helpful. And so we choose the ways and we want to use our gifts. And so, as I said, we help clients do positive projects. We help clients to somehow figure out a way to set their own greatness on fire. We help clients write their books, and we help clients to figure out how to use their gifts in a way that allows them to create income and impact in the world. So we were purposeful in that. So not only do I get a chance to work with my husband, not only do I get a chance to build a great business around our gifts, not only do we get a chance to work on projects that we feel are worthwhile and matter, but we also get a chance to do it from our home office. We get a chance to do work where we are able to be flexible when we need. We have 2 small children. We have a business at home that allows us to work when we want on the projects we want, and also to take care of our children so that we are nurturing them and we're giving them the confidence, we're giving them the skills, we're giving them the nurturing that they need so that they know that they're loved and that they are prepared for the world. Our oldest son just started kindergarten and he's doing very well. In fact, his teacher sent a message home or an email just the other day saying that she tested him and he is doing great. Because he came to school prepared, he already knows many of the lessons that they are going over now because we were able to put that time into him even before he started school. And that was important to us. So that's the lifestyle we have built. We've built a lifestyle around using our gifts, a lifestyle around doing positive work in the world, a lifestyle around working together as a couple to create something amazing, and a lifestyle around being able to work wholeheartedly and fully, while also being able to take the time to invest into our children so that they are getting the foundation they need. So that's what we did, and we were intentional. How does this translate to what you're doing in your life? How do you build a life on fire? How do you create a life on fire for you? Well, first off, decide what's important for you. What does your ideal lifestyle look like? What do you do on a given day? What kind of work are you doing? Who are you doing the work with? Who are you working in concert with? Who are you working for? Answer all of those questions. Also ask about the things that you're doing when you're not at work. What do you do when you're not working? Are you enjoying a family? Are you enjoying hobbies? Are you getting yourself physically fit? What does your off work time look like as well? It's important to look at both work and off work to be sure that you are incorporating activities to fulfill you on both ends so that you can have that life of fulfillment, so that you can have that life on fire. I actually recently reevaluated my life because I had gotten so involved in my work, of course, and taking care of children, which anyone with two small children will tell you that when you have children who are 5 and now 2, my younger son just had a birthday, then that in itself is a full-time endeavor. And so you may not have time for a lot of other things. But what I have realized in my own life and in the work that I do for clients is that we all have the same amount of time. It's about making the time for the things that are important to us. And so I've recently gotten back to working on my physical fitness. I have a love-hate relationship with running. I enjoy the idea of running, but I don't always enjoy the actual act of running. So for me, as I said, it's a love-hate. And for the longest time, I had put running on the back burner simply because, again, I was busy with life. I was busy with my business, busy with my children. But I realized that there are certain goals that I do have, certain physical fitness goals that I do have. And so for me, getting back to running was important. And so that is part of setting my life on fire, creating my life on fire. And so now I'm running some mornings and it feels really good to be back out there. It feels good to actually be pushing myself in a physical way. So I'm pushing myself at work and I'm investing in my children, and now I'm investing in my health and in my physical fitness. So for me, reevaluating where I was in my life and finding a way to incorporate something new and something different there was important. So even as you create your life strategy, as you go forward on your plan of incorporating those things that are important to you, never be afraid to reevaluate. And it's important to reevaluate because sometimes our goals change. And sometimes that our lifestyles don't keep up with the changes in our goals because we continue on the same path. So reevaluating can help make sure that you're on the right path and that you're doing things that are fulfilling to you. You're doing work that's important to you. You're engaging with the people who are important to you. And you're engaging in those personal activities that also are important to you. So that's how you are able to create a life on fire. That's how you're able to set your life on fire so that you can set your greatness on fire. Because again, your greatness arises when you are at your best and your highest expression of who you truly are. And right now, my greatness is about performing at a high level in my business because I absolutely love my business. And I love the fact that I am blessed to use my gifts in my business to help other people and to make an impact in the world. So that's very important to me. Also, my greatness is about investing in these two children that life has given me. And so I want to do my best as a parent. My greatness is about making sure that I'm being a good wife. I am being the partner and the wife that my husband needs so that we can have the relationship that we both desire. A relationship where we enjoy each other. We're not just married to each other, but we're actually friends and we enjoy each other. And so that's important. And of course, my greatness is about being at my best physical self. And so now I am working on that again, getting myself into shape again. And who knows where that leads? 10 years ago, or actually almost 10 years ago, I ran my first marathon. And actually it's still up to this point, my only marathon. And who knows, maybe I'll get back to that. Maybe I'll do another marathon, or maybe I'll do some other endurance activity or something else where I am being able to show my physical self at that high level. I don't know exactly how it will manifest right now, but that's not important. What's important right now is incorporating this running into my life, incorporating this physical activity into my life, because I do desire to be at my best physical self as well. So for me, it's about, number one, making sure of what I truly desire, actually getting in touch with what I truly desire. And number two, making sure that what I am doing is aligned with that desire so that what I am doing is actually moving me toward those aims. And number three, it's about being able to reevaluate from time to time so that if I need to course correct, I can do that. So look at your own life to see where it is that you can apply this to your life. Number one, decide what it is you really want. What does a life on fire look like to you? Number two, decide if the activities that you are currently engaging in are moving you toward that direction or pulling you away from that direction. And if they are pulling you away from the life on fire that you desire, then create a plan for incorporating activities that do move you in that direction. And number three, don't be afraid to course correct. Evaluate where you are from time to time. Evaluate to see where you are in relation to the goals that you've set so that you can be sure that you remain on that path. And if you find that you are off the path, if you find that you veered a little to the side, that's okay. Course correct. Figure out a way to get back on the path. Figure out a way to begin moving forward in that direction. And of course, number four is always act. You can't get to that life on fire if you're only sitting on the sideline. You've got to act on your life. That means you've got to actually get into the game. You've got to do the things that you plan. You've got to do those activities that you have identified as moving you toward that life on fire. So if your life on fire is about building a business around your gift, then that means acting upon that. That means actually doing that. Putting in place the structures, making sure you're going out and finding the clients, making sure that you're marketing yourself, making sure you're branding yourself accordingly, doing all of the things within your business to allow you to work around your gifts, allow you to perform at a higher level around your gifts. If your life on fire is about having a dynamic and amazing relationship, then that means that you want to do activities that will allow you to do that. You want to make sure that you're communicating better. You want to make sure that you're acting with love when you're interacting with your mate. You want to make sure that you have a forgiving spirit and heart. You want to make sure that you are nurturing to your mate. So you want to do those things. If a life on fire for you is about being the best parent you can be, then of course that means really looking at how you can nurture and parent each of your children in the way that those children need to be parented. So whatever it is, if your life on fire is about getting to be your best physical self, then of course that means engaging in activities that allow you to do that. So if you are sitting on the couch and eating potato chips every day, then you know you're off course. That's not going to get you there. So that will allow you to get off that couch, put those potato chips down, lace up those shoes, and get going. So again, it's important for you. If you want a life on fire, you've got to go after that life on fire. It's not going to come to you. It's not going to chase you down. Life doesn't make us live in a great way. Life doesn't force us to do it. Life gives us the opportunity to do it. So you have the opportunity to create a life on fire. You have the opportunity to go out and live a great life. You have the opportunity to live a life that is fulfilling, that is creative, that is about impact, that is about allowing you to show up at your best and your highest. So how are you going to set your life on fire? How are you going to use your opportunity? You've just received 4 steps to help you do that. So make sure you put them in place. Again, evaluate what it really means to have a life on fire. Make sure that the activities that you're engaging in your life are moving you toward that life on fire. Don't be afraid to course correct from time to time as you evaluate your progress. And be sure always to act upon your plans for that life on fire. If you do those 4 things, then you can rise above the ordinary. You can rise above the mediocre. You can rise above the basic. You can rise above the mundane. You can truly step into your great life. You can truly set your life on fire. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to go to iTunes and subscribe. And tell a friend too, so they can live and breathe their greatness. And for more free information, inspiration, and ideas, be sure to go to monicacartertagore.com/greatness-newsletter and join the newsletter so that you get all of my best strategies, ideas, and information on freeing your greatness. In fact, go there now and you can get the Greatness Starter Collection, which is 3 free resources to inspire and inform you on your path to greatness. You have it in you. Go on. Set your greatness on fire.